Alright, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Experience. Look at this shit. Just got here, you know, went to the kitchen. Now, before I left last night, like I always do, there's no dishes in the sink because I washed the dishes. I cleaned down the stove, cleaned down the countertop by the sink. And this is how I come into this kitchen almost every single day during the week. Okay? This and she doesn't even have the mindset to say, you know what, let me not leave the kitchen sink, the stove looking like this. And this is a part of this is my daughter too, right? Um, Engaging in the messiness just like her mother. Okay? And this is what I go through all the time. Like, I don't mind washing dishes, but I tell her, I said, if I'm considerate enough to make sure that when you come home, right, before I leave, there's no dishes in the sink. The stove is clean. When I cook, I clean the stove. When she cooks, leave the stove dirty. And the fact that she leaves the house and have the stove looking like this, cereal boxes, knives, utensils, you know, a rag on top of the stove, lettuce out of the fridge. I guess she probably made my daughter a sandwich this morning. Take it to the boys and girls. This is the mindset that I have to deal with all the time. Right? You see, I took my time in the living room. Came today. My daughter has, eating grapes. Leave all the stem on the floor. On the floor. Not even say, hey, let me go put it in the garbage. So I'm going to go pick up from the boys and girls early. And until she starts clean up after herself, this is what I keep telling her. You're not going to go to the boys and girls, right? So you have, just clean up after yourself. That's all I ask. But it's an impossible task when her mother don't even do it herself. Ridiculous. I mean, look at this. I just got here, and I gotta, my son didn't have breakfast. So I said, let me go make him breakfast, and come into it like this. No mindset to say, hey, let me pick up these things off the floor. Just leaves them there. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is what I have been dealing with her like this for years and years and years, and I keep pleading with her, go and get therapy, because again, you don't listen. I'll clean up your house for you, which I don't mind doing, right? But when you tell me, oh, I can't tell you what to do because this is your house, when I ask you not to wear your sneakers in the living room because the kids are, the children are, even when they was younger too. I said, the kids, they sometimes they might eat a fruit or something, it might fall on the floor, candy, they might pick it up, what have you. I said, that's why you don't wear your sneakers in the living room. You have the foyer. Take your shoes off and put them in the foyer. But not her. She'll come in and leave her shoes on the rug. Come in with dog doodle under her shoes and not even smell it. And I'm like, Pamela, you don't smell that? You stepped in dog doodle and you just have and walking up and down the house like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the absent-mindedness when it comes to these things is why I keep telling her, you need therapy. You need to go get therapy because you can't. How are you going to live with anybody? You talk about you want to get married. Who are you going to marry? Who's going to marry you? Or if a person marries you based off of, your deception, what's going to happen when you find out who you really are? See, these women don't think about these things. Because again, they've been conditioned, no accountability, right? No self-awareness, no self-correction, right? We as black men can't correct them because the system has turned them against us, right? To destroy the black leadership, particularly black male leadership. So, but this is what happens. This is the mindset that they create. This dysfunctional, toxic mindset and they're being rewarded for having that mindset. It's like when I go home, I go to my bedroom. They'll try to say me some mess about self-isolation. Don't leave my room or have you. I'm like, whatever, motherfuckers, please. Right? Try to keep me from my kids. Whenever I, like I said, help my kids do their homework using the sirens. Right? This is how they're doing it. And a lot of us don't even understand because we can't see it. But I can. I've been studying this thing for over a decade now, and I'm showing you guys exactly what it is that they're doing and how they make it look as natural and whatever. It's not natural. What they you see, when these perpetrators, when these religious fanatics participate in this stuff based off of what they're being told, they don't think, right? They don't think because they believe. They're not thinkers, they're believers. So you could tell them whatever. Particularly, you look at studies and how those in position of authority have such a powerful sway over us as individuals, right? Because in this society, we are taught to respect and obey and believe those in authoritative position, despite the contradicting evidence that shit tells us that we should not be trusting them. That a lot of times we should not be listening to them because they're lying. They manipulate us. But again, cognitive warfare. They know it works. Psychological manipulation. They know the technology works, right? Silent sound spread spectrum. They know these things work. They know it works. I know it works. You don't. You just want to believe, right? And ignore the reality, ignore the facts, ignore the information, right? Meanwhile, you look at your lifestyle, it's dysfunctional. I'm not saying my life is not dysfunctional. Also, it is because I'm being targeted. But at least I'm in my right mind, and that's what they don't want you to be, in your right mind. They want you to be in the dysfunctional mind that they've created within you through the programming, right? So whether I'm home or here, if the sink is full of dishes, I wash it, right? If the floor needs mopping, sweeping, I sweep it and I mop it, right? I don't leave my house without making up my bed. You know what I'm saying? Because these are routines that you should have, because they'll try to take those things away from you, right? Whenever I go take a bath, they're using the sirens, right? Because to try to determine if I'm taking a bath, right? Again, if you don't take a bath, you're going to be first. No, you're not. They believe that they can, and this is a belief in their. Well, for me, it is when it comes to them dealing with me and trying to manipulate me into believing certain things. They believe that when they do this enough, that eventually my mind they will overcome to their will, right? And it won't. It won't, because I understand what it is that they're doing. All right. Talk to you guys in the next video.